What's up, people? What's good, man? Yeah, listen, big shout out to Guna Squad, big shout out to 101, and a big shout out to Pepe. Listen, Pepe is the subject of the day, my friends, and we have to talk about your boy. What's up with Pepe, man? Why is everybody on the brother's back? I know everyone's talking about how well Martinelli is doing. I talked about it in my player ratings in my last video. But we're not really defining the player, are we? We know that Pepe does a few things. We know that he was the most penalised player in the penalty area, caused 9 penalties last season, and he has a penalty accuracy of 90.9. He's already had 1 for 1 this season. So Emery long made him our penalty taker. He's had more dribbles than anybody in Europe last season, including Messi and Ronaldo. So what's the deal? Okay, he's got off to a slow start. But has he really? Has he really got off to a slow start? Well, let's take a look. Right now, as we speak, he leads Arsenal in assists with 2. He leads Arsenal with big chances created with 3. He leads Arsenal with key passes. And he leads Arsenal in dribbles per match. And listen, make no bones about this. He has more dribbles than anyone on the team by double. He averages 3.3 dribbles per game. And the next man is only 1.5, and that's Maitland-Niles. So listen, how are we talking about Pepe is struggling, Pepe is doing all of this, and Pepe ain't worth 72 million? And behind the scenes, he's actually quite a productive player. And you can't argue with the stats. Sure, he's given the ball away on Sanchez levels, which I'm not happy with. I've seen him play the ball in the light of day straight to the other team more than 3 or 4 occasions. And if anything, that's my issue with him, is that his passing is erratic at best. And I don't know whether that's just him getting used to the team or getting used to how everybody makes their runs or whatever. But what I do know is that actively, especially when he took the corner for David Luiz's goal against Bournemouth over the weekend, actively, he's pretty much spot on. He's a goal maker. He's a definitive player in the final third, and he's definitely worth his clout. And the numbers show that. I think from Arsenal's point of view, they want to see instant success. They want to see instant impact. It's the reason why most of the fans talk about Arsenal should be in the top 4, should win the league, and should win trophies. No, we shouldn't. We ain't got a right to, and I've been saying that for years. And big shout out to Mo, because Mo, after the Bournemouth game, talked about exactly the same thing, about how privileged Arsenal fans are. So big shout out to you, my friend. I know you're a realist. But this is just the thing with Arsenal fans. We need to calm down. We need to be humble. We need to get behind our players, and we need to give them time. Pepe is a huge commodity. We know everybody was after him in the summer. This thing never came out of no joke. Yeah? Enough teams are after Pepe, but we're the ones that bagged him in. And look, one important thing I need to cover with you guys is this, and I did warn you a long time ago. What did I say to you guys 2 years ago? I said to you, after the Puma deal and Emirates deal and all that money started pouring in, I said to you, money can be a good thing, but money can also destroy teams. Yeah? There's a huge benefit to having money, but there's a huge disadvantage. Anybody understand Fred, Di Maria, Lukaku? Am I ringing the bell here? I can't hear you guys. Am I ringing the bell? Look, most of the big teams have laid out 60, 70, 80 million pounds on players. Coutinho went for 140 million and he was run out of town. He's now at Bayern Munich on loan because Barcelona don't want him. These things happen in football. Pepe, in the mix of things, is only worth about 40 million, in my opinion. Zaha is only worth 40 million, in my opinion. But when a club asks for a fee for a player, you got to pay up. There is no value on how much the word want comes in terms of a team's desperation. And for Arsenal, the owners don't feel no way about paying 72 million. You know why? Because this weren't about money. This Pepe deal had nothing to do with money at all. What it had to do with was the fact that the fans had asked the team to have some ambition. And by the board, the directors, the front office, were all in agreement that they had to show the fans that they were serious about competing at the top level. So the fact that we paid 72 million for Pepe was a statement of intent. And that's what the club did, that's what the owners agreed to, the front office, and the fans accepted that. It was something that needed to be done to show the fans how serious these guys are at winning. So I don't want to hear anything about he's not worth 72 million and all that. That's a bunch of rubbish. I can show you plenty of players who are run out of town that cost more. Some even double when we talk about Coutinho. But what we have is a player who can be productive, and it's going to take him time to settle in. My only concern right now is what happens when Lacazette comes back. Do we go with the Laka, Pepe and Aubameyang? Or do we play the likes of Sacco, who's really made his stamp on the team? I don't know how you drop a player like that, because not only is he productive in the final third, but he's so busy pressing and helping to win the ball back. Man's got tackles after tackles after tackles. Brings us on to another player, Gabriel Martinelli. A fortified false nine, winger and striker hybrid. Can play anywhere on the front line. But he also battles hard and tackles. Who had the most tackles in the game? Yes, it was against Bournemouth, Callum Chambers with 4 tackles. But who tied him? Gabriel Martinelli. He also had 4 tackles. But you know what was astonishing with that? He was only on the pitch for 25 minutes. Only on the pitch for 25 minutes. And you've helped lead the team in tackles. How does that work? So when you've got players who have such amazing ability and all-round pitch presence, so they're helping on the front end in attack and they're helping on the back end in defense, it's hard to drop Saka. And you have to give Gabriel more playing time because he's giving you so much more. In this respect, I think it's going to be difficult when Lacazette comes back, and we know he's the hardest worker on the team. He's a player of the season last year, Lacazette. So he's coming back. What the question is, what are you going to do with Pepe? That's a tough one. I don't get paid to be the manager, so that's a decision that Unai Emery has to make. But this is an interesting point that Arsenal have to make when they start to get all their players fit. Yes, it's easy to drop Maitland-Niles because of Bellerin, and even Chambers is being really productive, although one can argue that you just get rid of Socrates and plug Chambers in there. And then you deal with the holding situation and take your time with him to come back. I can deal with that. Left back, Klasnach, move him up the field, put him in a position and further up the field where he can help support the strikers and he can butt some heads while he's at it at the same time. So you got to put Kieran Tierney in there. So there's no problem about that. But Pepe's position, that is something that's going to be a challenge for the coaching staff and the management team moving forward. So guys, I like to leave it there. And if you like what you see, click that subscription button and hit that bell so you know when my videos are dropping. Thanks for the support, guys, and let me know what you think, because it's a very interesting subject and it's one that I thought that I'd touch up on as soon as I had the chance to. So let me know. This guy, Pepe, is a very productive guy. Even when he's not at the top of his game, he's still leading the Gunners in many categories. So what do you think is going to happen when the light switches on? Peace out, right back at you later.